Other interesting business news, you have GameStop. Well, their stock dropped about 15% after a shareholder strategy meeting, which not too surprising because, yeah, strategies as usual are not great. Now, this is first brought to us thanks to Yahoo News, which is the OG search engine from back in the day. They were actually bigger than Google at one point, believe it or not. Now, specifically, Walmart or Yahoo Finance says GameStop stock tanks 15% during shareholder meetings as few details on strategy emerge. Which, yeah, that's not great. So their chairman and CEO, Ryan Cohen, spoke briefly during the highlighted anticipated gathering, emphasizes the company is focused on achieving profitability. And this specifically is an article from Inez Ferrari. And again, the CEO is saying, quote, "We respect with retail operations, we plan to continue reducing costs and focusing on profitability." Citing, and again, citing a smaller network of stores. That's interesting. Oh, wait, no, it's not, because they've been doing that for like, what, 5 to 10 years? Because, again, they really oversaturated the market with how many stores they had at one point. And every year they just get less and less stores out there. They just keep closing them down. Because, again, some are literally a stone throw away from each other, which makes no sense and just hurts the profitability as you cannibalize sales. But, again, his turnaround plan includes, I mean, they should just be an assumption at this point they're going to focus on reducing cost. You can only reduce costs so much before you need to come up with new innovative ideas. Maybe he'll enlighten us. We'll scroll through a little bit more. Spoiler alert, I won't keep your hopes up. And then you see the GameStop stock, which is awkward as heck to try to say, currently trading for $24.70 per share. And granted, it's been boosted throughout the years because of the short sellers or the squeeze. So that's really why, in my opinion, it really is still around to a certain extent. If you look at the past 5-year trend, you have, oh yeah, it's worth nothing in the short squeeze, everyone bought it, and then it's going to come back down. Looks like in the past year to date, yeah, it's gone down a little bit. Had a couple spikes when people bought more. Now, he also says, we need to focus on building shareholder value over the long term. We are not here to make promises or hype things up. We're here to work, unquote. Which, I mean, I'm not sure. Again, Ryan Cohen just had a pretty successful career track. He built Chewy.com, and up to the point where it was acquired, he made more money than we could possibly fathom. And again, that's almost like a politician speak. We need to focus on building shareholder value. Yeah. He also says we have a strong balance sheet. Especially in times of economic uncertainty, it is a strategic advantage. He says, beyond Cohen's opening remarks, the company did not give any details on the strategy or further plans. So that's why the stock tanked by 15%. He didn't say much. We're going to close more stores and try to make it more profitable. They've been saying that for every fiscal quarter for what, like 5 to 10 years now? That really doesn't tell me anything about where the company's really trying to go. And of course, they did have their stock jump up dramatically here. When they had one of the short sellers do a tweet. Again, it went down pretty consistently. Again, I don't know what they're doing in terms of if they, yeah, if I was in charge of GameStop, I'd be focusing a lot on trying to think of offering more unique things that no one else could, working with the video game manufacturers to try to hold on to the physical disc. Because again, an overall majority of their profit since the dawn of the company was from used video games, which you don't get with digital downloads. So that's one of the biggest nails in the coffin for them. And you also have consoles. They're becoming so similar. PCs are also increasing profitability. You also have cell phones being used for video games these days more and more. And again, they should have been one of the first companies to really lean into the esports category, and they should have been the ones hosting those events. And shoot, maybe even get the stores large enough where they can actually host local events, try to get people in the door so they buy accessories, snacks and all that kind of stuff when you have those type of local tournaments. And yet I don't see them doing much. And I don't know the compelling reason to go there. On new video games, the profit margins are very, very little. You're talking maybe $5, maybe $10 per game. But remember, you have employees, you have overhead. Those stores are not cheap. They've got leases to pay. They've got electricity bills to pay. They've got internet, heating, cooling. All that adds up. And again, more and more people are also shifting to digital downloads. And direct sale is also increasing. So I'm not sure what the future holds for GameStop. I am impressed they've been around this long, to be frank. Because, people have been joking about them going out of business for, again, 5, 10 years. And again, as a kid, they had a magical spot, back when they had Nintendo 64. It was a neat experience. I mean, nowadays, the last time I went to a GameStop was probably 3 years ago, just for the novelty of it, and to ask the store manager if I could maybe somehow get the GameStop sign when they inevitably closed. That particular location was closing in a couple weeks, so they had a going out of business sale, so to say. Unfortunately, he did not have the authorization to give me one of those cool signs to add to my sign collection. And truth be told, I don't really want the GameStop sign until they actually go out of business, because I like to collect signage and vintage business materials that are companies that are no longer around. Though that being said, it kind of seems inevitable at this point. But let me know, when's the last time you actually went to a GameStop? Did you enjoy the experience? I mean, that's our issue, is customer experience is going downhill quick. But let me know in the comments. As always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.